Hey there, and welcome. Today we're diving into a really powerful idea that the greatest service you can offer the world isn't something you do on the outside, but something you do deep inside yourself. Let's explore this concept that self-refinement is the noblest service. So let me start by asking you something. What do you think is the single most powerful force shaping your reality? Really think about it. Is it your job, your relationships, your bank account? Or is it something way closer, something right inside your own head? Well, the answer this text gives is pretty fascinating. It says the most powerful force in your life is the deity living inside your own head. Yeah, you heard that right. A god right there inside your mind. Okay, a god in your head. What on earth does that even mean? Let's unpack this central metaphor and figure out why this ancient wisdom put the mind on such an incredibly high pedestal. The text doesn't mince words. It says the mind isn't just a tool for thinking. It's a deity of the highest order. It even gets this incredible name, Prajapati, which means the creator. This one word holds such a profound truth. Our mind literally creates the world we experience. So just think about what that means. Just like a creator god would shape the entire universe, your mind shapes your personal universe. It decides how you see the world, what you believe is possible for yourself, and ultimately, the life you end up living. It's a huge thought that each and every one of us holds that kind of creative power. But, and this is a huge but, what happens when this all-powerful creator is just left to its own devices? What if our inner guide becomes, well, completely unruly? This is where we run into the central conflict of our inner world. So the source lays out two very clear, very different paths. If the mind is a righteous guide, it leads us towards good things, peace, prosperity, you name it. But if it becomes an unrighteous guide, it traps us. It weaves what the text calls a painful web of problems that can feel totally impossible to get out of. And just check out the language here. An uncontrolled mind doesn't just create a few problems, it invites troubles that become doubled and manifold. You know how this feels, right? A single worry spirals into massive anxiety, which then ruins your sleep, which then hurts your work. That is the painful web in action. So if our mind can be both this creative god and this unruly tyrant, what's the solution? This brings us to the very heart of the text's proposal, the service of the mind. Now, this is a massive paradigm shift. The goal isn't to conquer your mind or fight it into submission. Nope. Instead, the whole approach is to persuade it, to cultivate it, to treat it as the most important, most worthy thing you could possibly direct your energy towards. The text asks this beautiful, direct question. If your mind is a fortune maker and a guide, then why not serve it? Why not worship it? Just asking that one question totally reframes your entire relationship with your own thoughts, doesn't it? Okay, so how do we actually serve the mind? The first practical tool we're given is Swadhyaya. This is described as food for the soul. It's the daily, compulsory practice of studying good, uplifting books. The idea is simple. Just like we have to feed our body every day, we have to consciously feed our mind with nourishing ideas to help it develop and grow. But it's not just about what you feed your mind, it's also about how you train it. The text gives us a pretty clear blueprint for refinement, which focuses on consciously developing key virtues. And this blueprint is organized into three main areas. First, you've got managerial virtues, like sincerity and responsibility, to kind of get your inner world organized. Second, there are social virtues, like humility and generosity, to improve your outer world. And third, you have resilient virtues, like patience and courage, to strengthen your core. Altogether, they create a complete toolkit for self-mastery. So what happens when you actually commit to this service, to this refinement? What are the rewards for mastering this inner deity? Well, according to the text, they are absolutely profound. This is the ultimate promise. When the deity of mind is pleased through this service, it bestows incredible blessings. The text makes a bold claim. With this inner work, even a common man can become a great man. It's a path to unlocking your highest potential. One of the most fascinating rewards is becoming an ajashatru. This means a person who has no enemy. By mastering your mind, you stop creating all that internal and external conflict. You become such a positive, centered force that, as the text says, you are surrounded by friends like a flower is surrounded by bees. And the blessings just keep coming.
A refined mind is said to bring you brilliant health, knowledge, power, and peace. It opens the doors to prosperity and all-around progress. And maybe best of all, it gives you the strength to face any of life's inevitable obstacles and overcome them smilingly.
And to put it all into perspective, the text leaves us with one final powerful comparison. Achieving this state of mind, this peace, this resilience, this mastery, is ultimately more valuable than any amount of external wealth you could ever accumulate. And that brings us to the end. We've seen how the mind can be a creator, how we can serve it through study and virtue, and the incredible rewards that can follow. So the only question left is the one for you. What is the very first step you're going to take to serve your mind?